and welcome to Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balugum. On today's edition, we'll be taking a look at the Southeast region. But before that, let's serve you with our news headlines. The first stories for the day. The Competition and Consumer Protection Tribunal has fined the prominent pay TV operator MultiChoice Nigeria, owners of DSTV, GoTV, 150 million naira for disputing the court's jurisdiction, and ordered the company to provide Nigerians with a 1-month free subscription to its DSTV and GoTV packages. A 3-man panel led by Thomas Okusu gave the verdict on Friday, that's today. Now, the tribunal had previously blocked MultiChoice from raising subscription fees without proper notice, based on a lawsuit by barrister Festus Onifade, who claimed the 8-day notice given for the price increase was inadequate. Mr. Onifade had sued DSTV, accusing the pay TV of unjustly increasing subscription fees without 1-month notice to customers and leveraging on it to seek interim orders. A counsel for MultiChoice had contended that previous rulings had settled price regulation issues, while Mr. Onifade focused on the inadequate notice rather than the price hike itself, prompting the tribunal to affirm its jurisdiction and rule against MultiChoice. The judge subsequently fixed July the 3rd for hearing of the substantive suit of the plaintiff. And now to security in Abia State, where Governor Alex Otti has dispelled rumors that troops of the Nigerian Army are laying siege in a handful of communities in the state following the killing of 5 soldiers in Abia, the state's commercial nerve center. Speaking during a morale-boosting visit to the 144 Battalion in Osisioma local government area of Abia, Governor Otti assured residents that there is no state of siege in Abia, saying security operatives are on red alert to ensure the ugly incident doesn't reoccur. While urging members of the troops in the state not to be discouraged by the recent attack, the governor appealed to the military high command to be wary of attacking or hurting innocent citizens, adding that out of all the people invited, only 17 persons were yet to be released.
The main purpose of this visit is to lift the morale of the soldiers and ensure that their zeal is not dampened. Also to reassure the high command here that any and everything that is possible, we will do it to fish out the criminals. I've also been told that out of the people that were invited, there are only 17 of them that are still undergoing investigation. Every other person has been released. I have the assurance of the brigade commander that even out of the 17 people that are being heard, that about 10 of them, their cases may be reviewed shortly. There are only about 7 of them who are directly linked to crime and criminality, who they are still holding and investigating. So I want to reassure everyone that there's no state of siege in Abia State. They should go about their businesses. The security forces are also on red alert to ensure that this kind of thing does not happen again.
Still talking security, in the light of the growing disconnect between the police and the public, civil society organizations want the federal government and the Nigeria police hierarchy to ensure that comprehensive and sustainable police reforms are in place to ensure community-oriented policing that will build public confidence in the police. This was the point of discussion at a 2-day stakeholders dialogue on citizens' engagement on police reforms organized by the Clean Foundation in Owerri, the Imo State capital. The executive director of Clean Foundation, Gad Peter, underscores the importance of having a robust conversation with the public on police activities as it affects them, and thereafter develop an achievable solution for new police reforms in the country.
In every society, if people don't have security, if people don't have peace, there's no stability. And once there's no stability, it's difficult to have peace and it's difficult to have development. And people keep having anxiety. And so people keep taking the laws into their hands. And so we think that it's very important for us to have this 2 days conversation so that we're able to hear from the security agencies What exactly are their challenges? What can we do as a people to support them? And then from the side of the CSO and other stakeholders, we are able to hear what our concern is with the current security arrangement or architecture and what we think they are able to do. And so the idea is for us to form a synergy, to have a common ground where all of us are able to speak on one issue and we're able to provide solution that is acceptable to everyone. We're running a central security. And so the IG is there, the president is there, and other head of security agencies. So we're going to take back this and say, okay, look, in the southeastern part of Nigeria, these are the concerns of the citizens. They are worried about the tiger police. They are worried about people wearing police uniform and they are not able to differentiate between the real police and fake police. They are worried about relationship between them and the police. And so it's expected that that conversation, the police hierarchy now will now come down to the state and like, look, how do you resolve this issue?
To infrastructure development now, and some cheery news for residents of Ekwulobia as the construction of the 10.1 billion naira Ekwulobia flyover is moving with accelerated speed. And Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has visited the project site to inspect ongoing work alongside his wife, Nonye Soludo. Satisfied with the pace and quality of work, Governor Soludo disclosed that his administration is building for the 21st century and even beyond, as the materials used in the construction of this project and others are not only quality, but advanced in technology, with Anambra being the first state to use such in the southeast.
The site of the Ekwulobia flyover construction is a hive of activity as Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo, alongside his wife, daughter, the Commissioner of Works and other relevant stakeholders, visit to ascertain the level of work done on the project. Work is at an advanced stage as the support beams are up, and out of the 33 pre-stressed gathers to be mounted, 20 have been completed. The project contract comprises a flyover, a modern bus terminal, and over 4-kilometer dual carriageway road construction.
This is the first pre-stressed gathers we are going to have in the southeast. I don't know about Nigeria generally, but we start to 3 meters length of each one of them, which is something that is not seen here before. The technology our people are learning, they actually what's called technological transfer. People are learning out of it, and it's actually a different kind of flyover we are doing here.
Governor Soludo inspects the ironwork, the piers, and other construction work ongoing. He expresses satisfaction over the pace and quality of work being done.
We're here just on snap inspection event, so we've just come to see how far they've gone and to be sure that they are on schedule. But from the reports we have gotten, they are quite on schedule. You can see some of the pre-stressed slabs being put in place. I understand there should be about this is about 30-something, 33 meters long, pre-stressed guiders, as you call them. I understand that might be some of the first in the country, as it were, but in terms of length and quality.
He also inspects some illegal structures standing in the way of the construction.
Somebody has built on a right of way where you are not supposed to. You are already, it means the building by definition was built illegally.
The inspection team then moves to Ekwulobia Township Stadium, where the pace of work is a bit slow. As the contractor tries to explain to the governor, the community members urge him to look into the contract and help accelerate the project. The inspection ends on a convivial note as the governor assures them of accelerated work while appealing to the people to stop building indiscriminately around the stadium, as all unauthorized buildings must be taken out.
The economic visit to Egypt and Afreximbank by Governor Hope Uzodinma in March this year is no doubt yielding results, as the Afreximbank is set to establish its second Africa Quality Assurance Center in Imo State. The governor While speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Frexim Quality Assurance Center located in Umowa community in Ngokbala local government area of the state, noted that the project will help boost inter- and intra-trade businesses that will facilitate industry and job creation for Imo residents, thereby boosting the economy. Now, our correspondent, Itokwekute, reports.
In March 2024, Governor Uzodimma was in Egypt to meet with the president of the Afrexim Bank, Professor Benedict Orama, and other top Egyptian companies to seek ways of partnership to develop and industrialize Imo State. 3 months down the line, top management of Afrexim Bank, top officials of the Imo State government, as well as indigenes gather in Umowa community in Ngokbala local government area for the groundbreaking of Afrexim Bank's second African Quality Assurance Center.
Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen,
the management of the bank cites the objectives of the Africa Quality Assurance Center and the reasons for choosing Imo State.
The strong political will, strong leadership, backed by capital from Africa, capital and innovation, represent a powerful force and our best chance as a people to achieve economic transformation. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we recognize that non-compliance with standards and technical regulations enforced by export markets are key non-tariff barriers to trade across the continent, even in the context of the African Continental Free Trade Area.
We established the first Africa Quality Assurance Center initiative in Ogun State, Nigeria. However, we realized that this will not be enough to serve the country. And based on our analysis and review, we identified Imo State as a very strategic location to host the second Africa Quality Assurance Center.
An excited Governor Uzodimma assures his guests that his administration remains committed to activating key partnerships that will continuously unlock the economic potentials of the state.
Indeed, my people are very happy. What is more, for Imo State to be number 2 in the series of beneficiaries to host this facility, my heart knows no bound.
As part of the benefits of Governor Uzodimma's economic visit to Egypt, the state government has signed a partnership with an Egyptian company for the generation, transmission, and distribution of power in the state. The deadline for completion of the power project is 8 months, as the government seeks to end years of epileptic power supply. Itokwekute, Channels Television News.
Welcome back. In Ebonyi, the state government is on a mission to revive moribund industries, and one of those in sight is the Ebonyi pipe production industry, which has been out of production for many years following the vandalization of its equipment. Governor Francis Nwifuru is moving swiftly with the injection of new machines to reactivate the production of the pipes. He led other government officials and other critical stakeholders on an inspection of the production site and to officially test run the newly procured equipment for production of all types of pipes. As one of the People's Charter of Needs, Governor Nwifuru said this will create jobs and reduce youth unemployment, as he asked the management to manage and maintain the equipment for efficiency and productivity. All right, we're being joined by Mr. Oguzokalu Ofianwali, who is the Commissioner for Finance and Industry in Ebonyi State. Give us an update on the industrialization drive of the Ebonyi State government after its inauguration. That's 1 year after its inauguration.
When we came on board, it's good that we understand the fact that the government of Right Honorable Francis Ogbonnawifu is doing everything possible to have Ebonyi as a business hub of the Southeast. A young state like Ebonyi should be properly industrialized to be able to provide jobs to our teeming youths. So far, so good, we've been able to revitalize Ebonyi pipe industry. And again, sinking in over 1 billion naira for us to purchase the machines for PVC, and already we have a 4-line for HDP. Immediately after 29th May, the 30th, the governor approved funds for us to purchase line that will be producing PPR pipe machine. And as I speak with you, payments too will be made to the companies on Monday for them to also start shipping the machine for us that we expect in a couple of months. We'll have that industry build, that industry producing a PPR pipe and also a PVC pipes and a HDPI pipe.
So indeed, how many moribund industries is the government hoping to revamp? We already know the plastic pipe industry is in the works.
Trying to set up a biodegradable plywood processing plant where we'll be sure that at the end finishing we'll have something like this. Like the panels. Panels again in Ebonyi. So we see it as one thing that we need to do to ease those who are doing furnitures, those who want to furnish houses, and having seen that it's almost the highest grade cost of what we are using to do our finishes. The Ebonyi State government is also looking at bringing the machine that produces this. It will be installed in the Ebonyi building material. And then in the Ebonyi building material, we also bring a machine that produces interlocking, vibrated interlocking. The vibrated interlocking is giving you an edge over other interlockings because there you have an interlocking that heavy duties can also ply on and will not get break. Because why people are going away with interlocking is that a very small machine that or vehicle that come into your compound, it breaks into pieces. But when it is vibrated, it will serve the purpose of industry for you to be able to use in industry and for you to be using it in your home in a way that it will not also break into pieces.
Well, of course, you've talked about the industrialization drive of the state government. How many jobs actually is the state government hoping to create through this process?
When we came on board, it's good we understand the fact that the government of Right Honorable Francis Ogbonnawifu is doing everything possible to have Ebonyi as a business hub of the Southeast. A young state like Ebonyi should be properly industrialized to be able to provide jobs to our teeming youths. So far, so good, we've been able to revitalize Ebonyi pipe industry. And again, sinking in over 1 billion naira for us to purchase the machines for PVC, and already we have a 4-line for HDP. Immediately after 29th May, the 30th, the governor approved funds for us to purchase line that will be producing PPR pipe machine. And as I speak with you, payments too will be made to the companies on Monday for them to also start shipping the machine for us that we expect in a couple of months. We'll have that industry build, that industry producing a PPR pipe and also a PVC pipes and a HDPI pipe.
So agriculture is also part of this. The state has just flagged off the wet farming season, Commissioner. Now, there are several agricultural projects being considered, including export of rice and other produce. Tell us more about this, if you will.
In the next couple of months and year again to celebrate, we have a lot of stories to tell Ebonyans and to tell Nigeria. Like Nigerians are aware that Ebonyi State is one of the states that produces rice in a very large quantity. The rice we produce in Ebonyi is certainly one of the best in Nigeria. The market for rice production and export is seriously valued as far as Ebonyi is concerned. For us, Ebonyi, the governor intends to do a massive export of our rice to other countries of need, and we have enough to export. And that is why the countries too are in discussion with Ebonyi for them to have access to the product we have here for their ends use. And this were made possible because Ebonyi rice industry is fully functional and have one of the best brains that manages it. That industry tends to feed the whole of Nigeria. And the government is doing everything possible to be sure that we'll have whatever Ebonyi needs in place and effectively functional for the benefit and the use of Ebonyans, and for Nigerians to also feel that Ebonyi is on the rise.
All right, Mr. Ugozo Kanu of Mwali, the Commissioner for Finance and Industry in Ebonyi State, we thank you for your thoughts. And that's it on Newsroom series. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balu.